So one of my favorite strategies and really favorite things to do when I'm experimenting with new ideas for my Amazon brands is pretty simple. It's to take what your average Joe Schmo e-commerce marketer that's running a direct-to-consumer brand that doesn't even really think about Amazon, take those strategies, but incorporate those into the playbook that you leverage with your actual Amazon brand. Why this can be incredibly powerful is that 99% of Amazon sellers, frankly, are lazy and they're not very good at e-commerce marketing. They basically have gotten really good at Amazon and products and logistics and getting stuff in there, ranking products, getting reviews, all those things that are important to be successful on Amazon. But the future era of Amazon, from my perspective, is all about taking those best practices from outside of Amazon and general e-commerce and incorporating those into your Amazon brand. And a big part of that is to retarget audiences that have already engaged with your brand outside of Amazon, especially at launches and especially when you're trying to inject rank into your products on Amazon. So this video is all about how to do that, how to retarget existing customers, how to track them, and then how to serve up ads, especially at launch, such that we can spike organic rank, we can spike traffic, and we can feed the Amazon algorithm. So one of the first things that you should do, most of us as Amazon sellers, even if we don't do a whole lot with Shopify, are going to at least have a Shopify e-commerce webpage set up. One of the first things I suggest that you do is to actually set up a Facebook and a Google tracking pixel. What that will enable us to do is anytime somebody visits our website, purchases on our website, comes from Amazon, has a question for our customer service and finds us on the web and visits us, anytime they visit or have any behavior on our e-commerce site, we want to pixel them. And that basically means that it'll track, it'll be like a digital footprint that we embed in our site, and it'll track that customer such that using Facebook and all these other assets like Google, we can retarget them with ads if and when we want to, like when we're launching a product. I know it's creepy, Zuckerberg's a weirdo, the end of the world as we know it because social media is cancerous for our lives. I get it, but as a marketer and as an e-commerce seller, tapping into this stuff is really a best practice that can really set you apart from other Amazon sellers. So how you basically do this, if you just come in here to the online store section of your Shopify page, and then you go to preferences, and then if you scroll down here, you'll see Google Analytics is one, and then the Facebook pixel is the really important one because that's where we typically will run ads. You can basically add your Facebook pixel and add your Google Analytics tracker here, and then we get real-time stats and we can retarget customers that come to our site and behave on our site with actual advertising. I'm not going to get into how to set up a pixel or a Google Analytics tracker. These links here within Shopify are actually great for that, so follow those if you don't know how to set one up. But basically, once you've set one up, you copy that into the pixel ID here, and then you copy it into the Google Analytics, save it, and you're off to the races. So where this can become powerful, I'm just going to go here to the analytics section of this brand, and I've got a year-to-date kind of number pulled up here. So if I go to the online store sessions here, it's like over 11,000, what is it, 10,000 people have visited my website year-to-date. Again, this is with zero marketing. I've never run an ad to this particular brand. This is literally just here for people that buy our stuff on Amazon that need customer support. They need information about our products. Maybe they want to buy it from our site instead of Amazon because they hate Jeff Bezos. For whatever reason, we've got 10,000 people that have visited this brand site this year. Here's what's really cool. We can target those people with freaking ads when we launch products. What a novel concept. I don't hear any Amazon marketers really doing this because, again, they're too lazy. But if you talk to anybody with a normal direct-to-consumer, digitally native brand that, say, started on Kickstarter or as a D2C brand, all of them do this, and this is probably one of the most profitable things that they do. So why don't we do this as Amazon sellers? Well, we absolutely should, and we absolutely want to do it at launch. You can just get an idea here, right? This is, again, with like zero marketing. We haven't put any attention or thought into this website at all. We had 1,700 visitors in Jan, 1,300. You can kind of just see all the different visitors that we've got. Each one of those has been pixeled, and we can actually target them. So what you want to do is if you haven't already, set up a Facebook Business Ad Manager account, and this is what is going to basically enable you to run ads and buy ads on Facebook. So go ahead and set that up if you haven't. I'll try to find a link on the web and include it in the resources at some point so you don't have to fish around. But there's plenty of assets out there where you can watch a 20-minute video on how to set up a Facebook account. But once you've set up your Facebook account, you've set up your pixel, you've plugged it in to Shopify, do that as soon as possible, because the sooner you track this, the better. You basically can just come up here to this little all tools section, and then you go to audiences, click on that. And then this is where we can actually create targeted audiences that have visited our site and that have fired off our Facebook pixel. We can target those people with an ad, which is freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and do this. So we go up here to create audience, go to custom audience up here. And then you can have all these different sources. You can upload a list. So if you've also got emails that have come through your Typeform email, you can also upload that customer list here, which is super, super sweet. But in our case, we're actually going to use our website for this particular audience. And then you'll see here it pops it up as the source, and then it's got all the different pixel IDs that we've got. This is the one that's live on our site, so we're going to keep that. And then you can select the events, right? So as Amazon sellers with Shopify pages, we're not going to have a ton of add to carts. We're not going to have a ton of sales. You know, I think we do like $5,000 or $10,000 a year with most of the e-commerce sites that we don't put a lot of attention to off of Amazon. So you're not going to get a ton of that activity, but what you will get a lot of is these website visitors. So that's usually the pixel activity or event that we want to target with an ad. Because if they visited our page, they've likely purchased from us on Amazon, or they were in the market and they wanted to just go on Google and make sure that we were a legit business. But they're likely have either bought on Amazon or looked at one of our products on Amazon before. So we just want to go generic website visitors. I'll typically go like the last 180 days because we're usually doing launches like every 2-3 months. So every 180 days is still pretty relevant. And then you can do the audience name. So we could just put this as brand A website visitors launch, and then just put like the date so that people know when it was, so that we know when we created this, and we can come to an updated audience with new updated ones for our next launch. And then you basically just go create audience. It's going to take some time to basically pull all that pixel data. So, give it a couple hours. Sometimes it's done in a couple minutes. Sometimes it takes up to 24 hours. Kind of depends on the pixel and event. But basically from there, we can create an ad. And that's typically what we'll do is we'll create an ad. We'll just target those people. We don't need to figure out all this like targeting stuff or who's going to serve the ad. We're only going to be serving up the video to those 5,000 or 6,000 people or whatever it is that have actually visited our website. So next time that they log into Facebook, we're going to serve up an ad. Hey, we're launching the monster truck push cart. Again, if they bought from us, a golf bag, 4 months ago and visited our webpage, and we target them with this ad, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember Birdie. We bought from them a while ago. That looks like a badass freaking push cart. I'll buy it. It's another super novel way to drive traffic to your Amazon listing. And when you do this at launch, I'm telling you, Amazon goes berserk because they love all this activity. You seem like the cool girl at the dance that's bringing in all this activity, and Amazon's going to reward you for it. So just create an ad from here. We'll probably do ads in the external traffic section at some point and cover Facebook on how to set this up, but it's super simple to set up a Facebook ad. The other thing that you can do too, if you want to expand the audience, let's say that you don't have a ton of people that have visited your website, you can still create a lookalike audience from them. So let's say that you've had 500 people or 1,000 people that have visited your site. You can create a lookalike audience, and then Facebook is going to find people with similar digital behaviors to those customers. And oftentimes, again, if you've got a really targeted customer archetype, that can be really valuable. And those lookalike audiences can be super, super powerful, much more powerful than taking a cold ad on Facebook and trying to target people that way. So that's how we do it. We basically target them through that. It's super awesome. The other thing that you can do in addition to your Shopify page, I'm just going to log in here to my Typeform again, but you can actually add pixels to your Typeform landing pages as well. You can do this on ManyChat as well, but again, I'm moving a little bit more towards Typeform of late. So let's say on this Keyword Dominator as an example, but we're just going to pretend that this is our actual Amazon brand. And then let's just say that this was a landing page for one of our inserts that we had for a 30% off discount code. So in addition to capturing their email and all the other valuable stuff that we can have here, what we can also do is come to this connect section here, and we'll just let it kind of hum. And then if you come to this integrations, what do you see here? Boom, we see Facebook Pixel. So we could connect to Facebook Pixel. All we got to do is copy this Pixel ID here. Again, it's the same one that we could use for Shopify, or we could even create a new one if we want to have a new one just for Typeform. And then we can also create audiences based on people that have come to our landing pages through things like Typeform. So not only do we get their email and we can email them when we launch, we can also target them with ads on Facebook as well. So how stinking cool is that? Taking your existing rabid fans that have either considered or purchased your product on Amazon, taking these external off Amazon assets like your Shopify page, landing pages, etc., harnessing pixel data, and then doing that evil work of Zuckerberg, and let's retarget them as they operate across the web when we've got an exciting new launch to share. Is it going to change the world? Is it going to make you $1 million on Amazon? Probably not. Is it going to set you aside from 99% of Amazon sellers? Yes. Is it going to give you organic ranking that you otherwise wouldn't have had if you just use standard tools that most sellers use? Yes. Are you going to kick the crap out of your competition when you start to stack up these advantages over and over and over and match that with a really compelling product? Abso-frickin-lutely. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Have fun implementing it into your business. Let me know how it works out. Cheers.